have these quotation marks. How closely should we expect this to follow the book versus being your own vision?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're pulling back the curtain on Emerald Fennell's adaptation of Wuthering Heights.
The first thing that I did was I accidentally called you.
Yeah.
And I was like,
what's going on?
And I was like, wow, how did this happen?
Number 10. Not Fennell's first collaboration with Margot Robbie. This adaptation of Emily Bronte's classic novel marks the third film from Emerald Fennell, who previously directed Promising Young Woman and Saltburn. Those two films share a common link in the star of Wuthering Heights, Margot Robbie.
Jacob was already cast, and we were talking about Cathy's, and I was like, I'm just going to throw my hat in the ring and say, I would really love to be considered.
You might be thinking, wait, Robbie wasn't in Fennell's last two films. True, but Robbie served as a producer through the production company Lucky Chap Entertainment, which she co-founded. Robbie and Fennell have worked together on screen as well. We all know that Robbie played the titular character in Barbie, but Fennell also appeared in the film as the pregnant Midge.
Well, let's not show Midge, actually. She was discontinued by Mattel because a pregnant doll is just too weird.
When Fennell needed someone to play Cathy in Wuthering Heights, Robbie, who again serves as a producer, suggested she take on the lead role.
It's a dreadful day when Margot Robbie,
you imagine?
the greatest actress in the world, the most beautiful woman in the world, forces herself upon you in the manner that she did.
Number 9. It started a bidding war.
Look at it all. He must be very rich indeed.
Warner Brothers ultimately acquired Wuthering Heights for $80 million, 8 times the budget of Promising Young Woman. Although it's the biggest production of Fennell's career thus far, Netflix offered almost double what Warner Brothers was willing to pay. Netflix was reportedly, quote, shocked that the creative team walked away from their $150 million bid. Fennell and Robbie favored Warner Brothers, largely because the studio could guarantee the film received wide theatrical distribution and a proper marketing campaign. Supposedly, Amazon also threw its hat into the ring, with its bid including a theatrical release.
I hope you haggled the price down.
Nope, paid full price.
Which was?
$25.
You overpaid.
But hat.
Netflix might have lost this bidding war, but with the streamer's proposed acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery seemingly moving forward, it may wind up owning Wuthering Heights anyway.
I suppose you shall fall in love with me. I suppose you shall fall in love with me.
Number 8. Throwback cinematography.
I was fortunate enough to work with smart directors who wanted to break down the scripts into what the scenes are about and the subtext of the scenes in order for us to find the visual language.
Cinematographer Lina Sandgren won an Oscar for La La Land, which was shot in CinemaScope. This made Sandgren the ideal choice for Wuthering Heights, which also harkens back to a bygone era. You might even say one that's gone with the wind, which served as a visual influence.
Let me alone!
Here's a soldier of the South who loves you, Scarlett. Wants to feel your arms around him. Wants to carry the memory of your kisses into battle with him. Never mind about loving me.
For Wuthering Heights, Sandgren utilized 35mm VistaVision cameras. Paramount created VistaVision as an alternative to CinemaScope's widescreen process, although both fell out of style with Panavision's introduction. VistaVision has made a comeback, being used in The Brutalist, One Battle After Another, and now Wuthering Heights. Just as studios turned to techniques like VistaVision and CinemaScope to pack theaters in the 50s, modern filmmakers are taking a similar approach to get their movies seen on the big screen.
Films will crop up, you go, wow, why am I liking this? So, oh, what's that VistaVision again?
Number 7. Imprisoned production design. Saltburn production designer Susie Davies reteamed with Fennell on Wuthering Heights, which largely employed practical sets made on sound stages. The sets are woven into the film's themes, as the two leads find themselves imprisoned. This is reflected when the 6'5" Jacob Elordi enters the kitchen, his head practically touching the ceiling.
Are you feeling quite right?
What? Oh, yes, fine.
Elordi's Heathcliff isn't the only one who feels caged. Although Cathy's surroundings seem more glamorous on the surface, the dollhouse at Thrushcross Grange serves as a metaphor for the luxurious yet empty life that she's trapped herself in.
So that is a perfect replica of the room that we're standing in right now. Even to the point that there is a little doll's house in there the way there is in this room.
One could also compare Cathy to a fish in a bowl, which provides a visual motif. Davies' sets convey how much Cathy risks giving up, yet how confined her world truly is.
So anything that's living is caged or, in something. So we've got the goldfish, I think we've got a bird's cage, everything's caged, and even the garden feels caged apart from that tree that's making a dash for it.
Number 6. Costume inspirations. While the source material takes place in the late 18th and early 19th centuries, Oscar-winning costume designer Jacqueline Duran pulled from several generations for this film version of Wuthering Heights. Duran's influence spans from the Tudor period, to the Elizabethan era, to the Georgian era, to the Victorian era. Although some wardrobe choices are historically accurate, Duran didn't hesitate to incorporate more modern touches.
I went down the normal channel. I did historical research, even though it looks modern and looks like I may have started somewhere else. I started with historical research.
She devised nearly 50 costumes for Cathy, whose assorted looks echo Vivian Lee's red dress in Gone with the Wind, Lana Turner's shimmering black gown in Diane, and Michel Mercier in Angélique Marquise des Anges. Cathy's wedding dress also contains hints of Romy Schneider's in 1955 Sisi, as well as that film's real-life subject, Empress Elisabeth of Austria.
The famous painter Winterhalter made this very famous portrait of Sisi with her diamond stars in her hair, and that was copied thousands of times in Europe, and so everybody knew Sisi with her diamond stars.
Number 5. Charli XCX's soundtrack. Perhaps the most contemporary aspect of Fennell's Wuthering Heights is the soundtrack. While Anthony Willis provides the score, the movie also includes original songs from Charli XCX. Around December 2024, Fennell reached out to the British music artist, who was interested in doing something completely different on the heels of her album Brad. Charli formed an immediate connection to Fennell's screenplay, creating a concept album at the suggestion of collaborator Finn Keen.
Immediately felt so immersed within the world that you'd put on the page, and I just couldn't wait to kind of sink my teeth into it.
The album's first single was House, inspired by the documentary The Velvet Underground. It was followed up with Chains of Love, which would be prominently featured in the film's official trailer. Between Wuthering Heights and the mockumentary The Moment, 2026 may go down as the year of Charli XCX's cinematic ascension.
Step inside this lighter.
Really?
As we set it on fire. Safety distance, 25 feet.
Why would I be inside it if it was on fire?
3, 2, 1, light it!
Number 4. Casting Jacob Elordi. Elordi previously worked with Fennell on Saltburn, where he played Felix Catton.
Okay. My room. You'll be staying just next door. Bathroom. Oh, by the way, we're going to be sharing a bathroom. I hope you don't mind. Otherwise, you'd be miles away on the other end of the house.
When Fennell saw Elordi's sideburn look in that film, she felt there was a resemblance to an illustration of Heathcliff from her old copy of Wuthering Heights. After wanting to adapt the novel for years, Fennell finally got the project off the ground with Elordi as her Heathcliff. This casting choice wasn't without controversy, however.
Kiss me. And let us both be damned.
The novel describes Heathcliff as, quote, dark-skinned, leading some to accuse the film of whitewashing. Yet it's also been argued that Heathcliff's race isn't specified in the source material. Either way, the film isn't lacking in representation. With Hong Chow as Nellie and Shazad Latif as Edgar, Fennell has stood by Elordi's casting, while Robbie also defended the choice.
I think the thing is everyone who loves this book has such a personal connection to it. And so you can only ever kind of make the movie that you sort of imagined yourself when you read it, and then you can, I don't know, I think I was sort of focusing on kind of sadomasochistic elements of it.
Number 3. Set design that lives and breathes.
I want to have smell-o-vision, scratch and sniff, textures, moisture, that all the senses are going to get wound up in this film.
The film's production design feels alive, especially Cathy's room at Thrushcross Grange. Robbie describes the set piece as, quote, the skin room, as every inch of it is made to resemble Cathy's own flesh.
It's beautifully described in the script, so when you read that sort of description as a designer, you're like, bring it, come on, wait, let's get this.
To achieve this effect, Susie Davies printed an image of Robbie's arm onto fabric, which was subsequently draped in latex. This adds a sense of claustrophobia to Cathy's surroundings, as if she's becoming one with the estate that's more like a cell. You can even make out veins in the designs, while the walls practically sweat.
The whole film has a feel of moisture throughout it. So this is like posh moisture, and it drips down from the panels onto the floor on occasions.
It's just one of the various human characteristics that Davies gave her sets. Another is the presence of plaster hands, which were made from molds that the crew provided.
I want to see it on screen and live it again and again and again. It's the best.
I think having the inside-outside helps, doesn't it?
Yes.
So
Number 2, unscripted love scene. With an R rating, we can expect a much more overt interpretation of Wuthering Heights than what you read in high school.
There's a lot of sex in this one. Is there that much sex in the book?
They never even really kiss.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys do.
Yeah, we kiss a lot.
As steamy as the film might get, sometimes it's the littlest actions that make us swoon. One of the film's key romance scenes was improvised during a rehearsal. While the rain machine was being tested, Robbie suddenly felt the water coming down.
I was going like that because the rain had started, and of course when you're acting with Jacob, you're like looking up like this all the time.
Exactly.
So I went like that, and he just automatically went to cover my face because he's a gentleman.
To Elordi, it just seemed to be a natural instinct. To Robbie and Fennell, though, it was a genuinely romantic gesture that perfectly fit the tone of the scene. They thus decided to incorporate it into the film. During that moment, Elordi was Heathcliff.
That was one of the most romantic things I have ever experienced and seen, so do that for the whole scene, and then we made that the scene.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, the significance of the quotation marks.
I can't say I'm making Wuthering Heights. It's not possible. What I can say is I'm making a version of it.
The marketing for Wuthering Heights has noticeably presented the title in quotation marks. Likewise, the trailer states that the film is, quote, inspired by the greatest love story ever told, but not necessarily based on it. Fennell believes that a novel as dense as Wuthering Heights can't be fully adapted, hence why her film only focuses on a portion of it. On a more personal level, the film is a reflection of what the novel made Fennell feel.
There's a version that I remembered reading that isn't quite real. And there's a version that I there's a version where I wanted stuff to happen that never happened. And so it is Wuthering Heights and it isn't.
That said, everyone is going to feel something different reading Wuthering Heights. The same can be said about any book that's adapted to the screen. To Fennell, this isn't the definitive Wuthering Heights, but rather another version that speaks to her relationship with the source material.
It could be made every year, and it would still be so moving and so interesting. There are so many different takes. So, I just welcome I think every year we should have a new one.
Are you looking forward to Wuthering Heights? Let us know in the comments.